In an age of dynasties and empires, one man towered above the rest: Charles V, Holy Roman Emperor, a ruler whose name became synonymous with the ambitions and struggles of 16th century Europe. Born in 1500 in Ghent, Charles was destined for greatness from the moment he entered the world. His lineage was a web of the most powerful houses of Europe. He was the grandson of the Catholic monarchs, Ferdinand and Isabella of Spain, and the Habsburg Emperor, Maximilian I. This inheritance positioned Charles not just as a king, but as a symbol of a united Christendom, an ideal he pursued relentlessly throughout his reign. By the time he was a young man, Charles had inherited an empire so vast that it was said the sun never set upon it. He became the ruler of Spain, the Spanish Americas, Austria, the Low Countries, and Italy. In 1519, he ascended to the pinnacle of European power when he was elected Holy Roman Emperor, uniting much of Europe under his banner. But what seemed like an unparalleled gift soon revealed itself as a Herculean challenge, as his rule was plagued by internal dissent, external threats, and the rising tide of religious reform. At the heart of Charles's reign was the battle to preserve Catholicism. The Protestant Reformation, ignited by Martin Luther in 1517, spread like wildfire across his empire, challenging the religious and political unity Charles sought to uphold. He convened the Diet of Worms in 1521 to confront Luther, declaring him an outlaw, but the seeds of division had already taken root. Over the decades, Charles fought both diplomatically and militarily to quell Protestantism, leading campaigns that culminated in events like the Schmalkaldic War and the eventual Peace of Augsburg in 1555. This peace allowed German princes to choose their own faith, a bittersweet compromise for an emperor who had devoted his life to defending Catholic orthodoxy. Beyond religion, Charles faced immense geopolitical pressures. His greatest rival was Francis I of France, a monarch as ambitious as Charles himself. Their animosity sparked a series of brutal conflicts, including the Italian Wars, which saw stunning victories and harrowing defeats. In the Battle of Pavia in 1525, Charles achieved one of his most notable triumphs, capturing Francis and holding him prisoner. This victory cemented his dominance, but also deepened the animosity between the two powers, ensuring that peace would remain elusive. At the same time, the Ottoman Empire, under Suleiman the Magnificent, presented a grave threat to Europe. Suleiman's forces captured Hungary and even laid siege to Vienna in 1529, a moment that tested Charles's resolve and the strength of his allies. At home, Charles's reign was no less turbulent. In Spain, he faced the Comuneros Revolt early in his rule, a rebellion fueled by discontent over his foreign-born advisors and centralized authority. Though Charles ultimately suppressed the uprising, it was a stark reminder of the delicate balance required to govern such a diverse empire. Meanwhile, the wealth flowing in from the New World posed its own challenges. The Spanish conquests of the Aztec and Inca empires under Hernán Cortés and Francisco Pizarro brought vast riches to Charles' coffers, but also led to inflation and economic instability, sowing the seeds of long-term decline. Despite these challenges, Charles's vision extended far beyond Europe. He saw himself as the defender of a global Christendom, a leader tasked with uniting the old world and the new under one faith and one emperor. This vision drove his relentless pursuit of expansion and consolidation, but it also exhausted his resources and tested his endurance. By the 1550s, the weight of his empire had taken its toll. Decades of near-constant warfare, administrative burdens, and personal ailments left Charles weary. In 1556, he made the unprecedented decision to abdicate his many titles. He divided his empire, passing the Spanish crown to his son Philip II and the Holy Roman Empire to his brother Ferdinand. Retiring to the monastery of Yuste in Spain, Charles spent his final years in quiet contemplation, a stark contrast to the relentless energy of his reign. He immersed himself in religion, reportedly taking solace in simple pleasures like gardening and clockmaking. Yet even in retirement, Charles remained a figure of fascination and debate, a man who had come closer than anyone to ruling a unified Christendom, but ultimately realized the limits of human ambition. Charles V's legacy is one of complexity and contradiction. He was a warrior and a diplomat, a ruler who sought unity but presided over an age of division. His reign marked the peak of Habsburg power, a time when Europe's destiny seemed to revolve around one man. Yet, it also revealed the challenges of empire building in an era of rapid change, as religion, politics, and exploration reshaped the world. Charles's story is not just the tale of a man, but the story of an era, a chapter in history defined by ambition, conflict, and the relentless pursuit of an ideal that proved both inspiring and unattainable.